Hello, beautiful. I pray y'all doing good today. I got project clothes on today. I'm doing painting and projects, and I love projects. I love projects because I love to take what other people throw away as trash and turn them into treasure. It's all over my house, and it's very indicative of what God's done in my life. And I want to tell you something. If you're a hot mess and the world's counted you out, and you don't have the resume, I just want you to know God counts you in. He's looking at you, remember? The only criteria, God's resume, He's looking for humility, empty of self, and heart. Amazing. So you can be as close to God as you want to be. So I want to share, first of all, I'm going to tell you something funny. It was horrifying at the time, but it's funny now. Oh, goodness. Okay, so my daughter's nursing, and she's just like a dairy cow. And any moms, remember, new moms, all you do is you're pumping and feeding and pumping and feeding. So she's pumping, and she was putting her milk in regular cups in my refrigerator store, and I'm like, don't do it. I could see the writing on the wall. I know how I am. I drink like a gallon of milk a day. I love milk. But I'll be on my third cup of milk and can't finish. So I put it in the fridge and I'll just grab it later, right? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Kaylin Brianna Morris, she put her milk in the same cup, exact same type of glass that I had my milk in. And I went to take my vitamins, and I just took the biggest swig of breast milk. I'm like, ah! It already went down, and I couldn't spit it out. I'm like, no! That's me. A hot mess. But God looks at me and He's like, she's my masterpiece. She's full of me. He's been transforming me into His image so that I look like love. So, doesn't matter on the outside what you look like. God's looking at the heart. I want to share with you a story. It's one of my favorite Bible stories, John chapter 4. It's the exact thing I'm talking about. This woman went to the well, and she was a Samaritan, and Jews hated Samaritans. They had nothing to do with them. And also, men had nothing to do with women. They were completely kept separate. All right? So this is what I love this story. His disciples get sent away for food. Jesus is tired after laundry. He sits by a well. Him and this woman start having this conversation. And he asks her, would you give me a drink? And she's like, are you talking to me? You know, not with the Brooklyn accent, but she's like, hello, I'm a woman, I'm a Samaritan, you're a Jew, and you're a man. So she was probably thinking a couple different things, but one of them was, maybe he knows my reputation, and he's asking for more than a drink. She came in the middle of the day. She couldn't come when other women come because she had a reputation. And it's funny. This is kind of funny to me. You know, it's $2,000 later, and people are coining a phrase. I don't think they realize it. Like my daughters were saying, they were talking about some of their high school friends, and they said, oh my gosh, she's so thirsty. And I'm like, she's so thirsty. What does that mean? And they said, Mom, don't you know that means they're the kind of girl that always has to have a guy on their arm. They have to have the attention of boys, and they're known as being loose. They're thirsty. They're the ones that post 150 selfies with their cleavage hanging out, you know? Anyways, she was thirsty. But she was thirsty, and he knew she needed living water. And this is what I love. God used a woman and a Samaritan that the Jews hated. She was the first female. She was the first evangelist of the New Testament. The whole town came to know Jesus is Messiah because of her. So she had a horrible reputation. She had like 5 husbands. The woman she was with, the man she was with wasn't her husband. Jesus called her out on it, but she didn't feel any shame or condemnation. You know why? Because she was looking in the eyes of love. You know, that's the thing. You can speak the truth in love, and it will penetrate the heart. But when you're judging and you're condemning and look at them and that, you know, I can't believe they did that. And I realize, except for the grace of God, that's me. I'd be on my 45th husband. I'd be dead. I mean, let's face it. So, I just want you to know, when the world counts you out, God counts you in. And you can be satisfied. This is one of my favorite lines. He had nothing to eat. The disciples came back and they're like, look at him talking to that woman. And they said, here, Master, have something to eat. And he said, no, I'm satisfied. I've had food that you know nothing about. What is that? It's the nourishment of knowing and doing the will of the Father. It's so satisfying. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. No one else will fill you but him. No one or nothing else will fill you with him. Psalm 107 says he satisfies the longing soul and fills the hungry soul with good. I'm a testimony to tell you that's the truth. I tried everything to fill my longing, needy soul, and nothing but him satisfies. I tell you, I Am Enough writing, and we'll talk more about contentment and satisfaction tomorrow. Do not doubt or be dismayed. Your provision has been made. Be content and do not fear, for I am is always here. Though circumstances may be tough, lift up your eyes. I am enough. He is enough. He promises to never leave you or forsake you. So I'm counting you in. I'm writing you on my list. By the way, I was thinking about doing a freedom cruise. I'm just throwing this in right at the end. Women, y'all want to go on a cruise with me this fall? And we're going to get free? I want to. God dropped that in my spirit. Maybe late October, early November before the crazy. Let's do it. Let's do it. I love you. You're amazing. Shalom.